The playoffs are right around the corner, and we are going to see who can handle the pressure. This is Hoop Talks. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Jelani Goodridge-Reid, along with my guy, Justin Pooni. No Nor today, day to day, right? But she will be back real soon, guys. And Justin, the playoffs, like I said, they are right around the corner. We are close. I cannot wait. Play-in tournament happens April 11th through the 14th. But Justin, with that being said, with the time, getting a bit tighter now, teams actually wanting to play tougher, harder.
Real basketball will now start to be played.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, the playoffs and the pressure, right? So there's always storylines, always the narratives, people pushing those agendas. I want to ask you right now, your take on a player that right now currently has the most pressure to win an NBA championship.
We're looking to look at the levels of pressure. Right? There's one guy who stands alone, who has the most pressure on his back, on his shoulders. And quite frankly, Jelani, it's a mile-high gap between him and everybody else. You guys like that?
Okay.
That is
okay.
Nikola Jokic, the back-to-back MVP. Some people are saying the three-time MVP, soon-to-be three-time MVP. He has the most pressure on him this season. Why, Jelani? Back-to-back MVPs, best team in the Western Conference. He needs to show up. He needs to take this team at least to the Western Conference Finals. He at least needs to. Jamal Murray cannot be the driving force of the Denver Nuggets to go to a Western Conference Finals. It needs to be Nikola Jokic. He needs to score. He needs to pass. He'll need to rebound. And he'll need to show up somewhat on the defensive side of the ball. Jelani, when I look at the Denver Nuggets, great regular seasons, but there's been excuses. Jamal Murray was hurt. Michael Porter Jr. is not healthy. Well, they're both healthy now, and they're both playing well. Aaron Gordon is playing defense. The last time he was in a high-pressure moment in the playoffs, Western Conference Finals in the bubble, what happened?
AD.
Anthony Davis put him in a body bag and sent him home.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic needs to show up these playoffs. There is no more excuses. There is no more of that. The same questions they said about Steve Nash. Well, he was a great regular season, but did not show up in the playoffs. Those will apply to Nikola Jokic if he does not lead the Denver Nuggets above and beyond expectations this playoff.
Where I will agree with you is the fact that there's no excuses anymore, right? The team is healthy this time around, and I personally think he's the MVP. So yes, that's where the discussion of pressure comes in. But for me, I'm gonna go Phoenix, and I know the common pick is Kevin Durant, right? But I'm gonna go Chris Paul.
Why?
What do you mean why? What do you mean why?
He's old and washed up.
So what? He's still a force on that team. He's still a key component to that team. We know he's not CP3 of old.
Yeah.
Right? We know that. But he's still capable of being a playmaker. Are you going to disagree with that?
No, but there was more pressure on him back in 2021, I think, when he was the kind of the leader of that team. He's fallen back the last couple years.
Yeah, he's fallen back, but are you going to sit up here and say that he's still not a real playmaker for that team and a key component to that team?
But I don't think the Suns and teams are gearing up to try to stop Chris Paul.
No, they're not. And I was going to say, because let's say hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
KD is fine and he's balling. We know he could fit anywhere, right? Easily. So if he's healthy, Devin Booker is there, and let's say Ayton's health is there as well. You're telling me this is like his best shot to win. So what if he falls short again? You're going to be like, really? You're going to look at his career. Let's look at his career. New Orleans. What happened in New Orleans? He was fantastic. One of the best.
Who was the second best player in New Orleans? Tyson Chandler?
One of the best point guards. They were a 1 seed. Remember, they had years where they were.
The Denver Nuggets are a 1 seed.
1, 2, 3 seed. Didn't get it done. Let's look at LA. The failures there, the 3-1 failure 2015. Let's not forget that. The injury bug hurt him, right? Let's move to Houston. That's where that's
he got hurt.
He got hurt, but remember, they didn't get it done 2017. Nope. Okay, that was the Warriors were crazy that year anyway.
2018 they should have won.
Let's look at 2019 though. People forget about 2019 semifinals.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't get past that. They had a chance. KD got hurt.
Yeah.
Right? KD got hurt. They had the lead in the series and they blew that. Okay? Yeah. So that happened. OKC got them back. Cool. we didn't expect
that was a
anything
feel
there.
good story.
Yeah, feel good. And then the series in the finals against Giannis. So you're looking at one of the best point guards ever.
Yeah.
Right? He's a top 5 point guard in my opinion.
Right.
But I think that legacy goes up a whole lot with a championship.
Okay, but that's okay.
And I'm not saying I know I'm not gonna sit up here and be an idiot and say that he's the driving force of the Phoenix Suns. But I'm saying, are you looking at this team and saying to yourself that he's not set up for success?
He is, but let me ask you this question: when they acquired Kevin Durant, it wasn't just for this year; it was for the next couple of years. Right?
Okay, well the pressure will still be on him.
But I think this year the pressure is at the lowest point because of that that injury that happened to Kevin Durant, took him out of the line. There's not as much pressure on the Phoenix Suns and Chris Paul as compared to the Denver Nuggets.
I still disagree with that injury because he's going to be back at some point.
There's more pressure on the Dallas Mavericks than the Phoenix Suns right now.
No. I disagree.
Because Kyrie's a free agent at the end of the year.
They might miss the playoffs.
Exactly. That's why there's more pressure.
No, but I'm saying let's look at their matchup, right? Let's say they play the Clippers, right? They get through them, right? This is going to be tough anyway. They're going to need Chris Paul. I'm not going to expect 20 and 10 from him, but he's going to have to show up. What if he doesn't show up? What if he falls flat? Because we know his history.
He's fallen flat in the playoffs before.
That's what I mean, though. That's my point. He's fallen flat. He doesn't show up when he's called upon. KD and D Book, they're gonna need him. Even though he's not gonna put up 30, he's gonna be needed in the playoffs.
There's already excuses for the Suns built in if they don't make. Oh, Kevin Durant was hurt. They didn't have the chemistry. They'll be back next year. They got to fill out their roster next year. Look, I think the Suns.
Not at all.
They have an out clause. They have an out clause.
They don't.
They have an out clause.
Because there's also pressure on KD too.
But the team in the West that has the most pressure.
Yeah, give me the team.
The Denver Nuggets again, because of all the things I mentioned before. Look, the Denver Nuggets are on that line where.
Right.
Look, Nikola Jokic, great, but they got some other guys out there that want to maybe take bigger steps, bigger leaps. What happens if Jamal Murray decides, I want a bigger role? I don't want to be in Nikola Jokic's shadow. We're never going to win it. We have a ceiling, right? Could there be changes in Denver if they have another playoff failure? That is my team across the entire NBA.
Right.
They have the most pressure on a player and the most pressure as a team heading into the playoffs.
Fair point, Denver. I need to see them have some playoff success this year. I'm going to go with Philly. I think Philly, yes. Philadelphia 76ers. Okay. Doc Rivers, we know his history. We know his history. James Harden, one of the best two guards we've ever seen. We know what happens in the playoffs. He doesn't show up. This could be the time. They are arguably the best team in the league right now. Philadelphia, right? So James Harden, we know his legacy has taken a hit because of his playoffs, and how he plays in the playoffs, right? And then Embiid, that's your MVP, right?
He's my MVP.
But we've seen Giannis win a championship. We've seen Tatum in the finals. We've seen Doncic in the conference finals and Jokic in the conference finals. Where is Joel Embiid? Where is he?
He was one Kawhi. He was one Kawhi shot away.
Well. Cry me a Justin Timberlake river. Okay, he wasn't there. Doc is on the hot seat. Yeah. I want to see how these guys show up and perform in the playoffs because it's really Milwaukee and Boston. Can they get through them? We'll see, right? I think this is one of their best chances, in my opinion, because the West, they could beat anyone in the West, in my opinion.
Really?
Yes, they can. They can. I think so, but they have to get through Milwaukee and Boston. But we'll see what happens these playoffs. Great talks with Justin today. We will see you next time, and we'll see who actually shows up with all that given pressure. See you next time.